Oh, I'm so thirsty. Hello, my sewing friends. I am Cassidy, and I wanted to share with you guys my top 5 favorite patterns of the moment right now. I've sewed all of these more than once with the exception of one, and I can confidently suggest them to all of you. So a quick note, all of the patterns that I will be showing you today are made out of knit materials. So if you are not comfortable with knits, I strongly suggest you get over that fear and jump in head first. But if you are not comfortable, I'm going to suggest a couple of patterns that are really good for people who aren't so comfortable sewing with knits, because I know that they can be a bit intimidating. Without further ado, number 5. My number 5 current favorite sewing pattern of the moment is the Kaye top by Seamwork Magazine. Now, I do not like the shorts. They are cut very awkwardly. I don't sew them. But the top is good. The top is not too tight, and it's just really comfortable. It's self-lined, so you don't necessarily like have to wear a bra with it, depending on what kind of fabric you sew it out of. And it's just very versatile. It has a scoop neck, and it's just plain Jane. So this is a pattern that you can modify once you kind of get a little bit used to it. I would like to mention that the shoulders are super long in this pattern. I have a forward rotated shoulder, so I have to make that pattern adjustment sometimes. But go ahead and sew like a muslin for this before you use some really nice fabric. And I would suggest some like neoprene or something that's like a scuba, if you don't want to have to like wear a bra with it. It's very easy to sew. It will only take, it might take like an hour. Super easy and very good to start sewing knits with, if that's not something that you're comfortable with. So yes, the Kaye top. Also, you can just change the neckline. You can change anything about this pattern. You can make it longer, shorter. It is very versatile, and I like it a lot for its simplicity and versatility. Number 4. I'm probably gonna butcher the name of this website, so I'm sorry. I believe it is Studio Calicot, C-A-L-I-C-O-T. It is a Canadian website, and they have some really like unique, awesome patterns on there. So this is the Piper tube top. And the reason I'm including this is because this pattern actually taught me how to sew a tube top with like elastic in it. And that was something I really wanted to learn how to do. I did modify this pattern. I feel it's a bit long and a bit like I like my shirts to be cropped and just kind of go in and hit like right at the belly button or below. So I did make it shorter, but I'm including this pattern because it's very teachable. So you can learn how to sew a tube top from this. And then if you don't necessarily want to use the pattern, that's okay. It's just a really good way to learn how to sew a tube top. It's a great basic, and you can even put straps on it. So I would highly suggest this. Again, like the Kaye top, for its versatility, not necessarily for, it's pretty easy to sew if you're comfortable with elastic. It has a built-in bra. Oh, I forgot I had samples here. So here's one that I sewed out of this cotton spandex. This is a really curly fabric, so it wasn't that fun, but you can see the built-in bra. It teaches you how to sew a built-in bra and into a tube top. So here's one of them. And then this is the first one I made just to kind of try it out. And I'm very happy with this pattern. So the Piper tube top, I will link it in the description. Highly suggest. All right, so I promise I'm not trying to over-represent Seamwork Magazine in here, but these are like the best patterns that Seamwork has. I've tried a bunch of them. Most of them are crap. The ones I'm showing you are pretty good. The Kaye one needs some modifications, but the next two are gold. Without further ado, number 3 is gonna be the Rudy hoodie. So cute. I know I'm showing you guys these in black and white, but maybe I'll pop a picture up. I'll link all this in the description. So I love this hoodie because it's quite easy to sew. It has a raglan sleeve and it doesn't require ribbing or anything like that. It's a good beginner hoodie. So if you've never done that before, I would highly, highly, highly suggest sewing this first. It will teach you how to put on a pocket. It will teach you how to do a drawstring hood. And it will teach you also how to do this cute little gathered thing with the sleeve. I don't really know what this is. It's not a bell sleeve, but it's like a banded sleeve that's got some extra volume, and I love that. So here's one of them. And they're just really cute, and you know, you can include the drawstring. I didn't include them in these because the French terry that I made it out of is so light. You can see I put a pocket on this one. I didn't put a pocket on this one. But yeah, as I said, it's a great beginner hoodie. So if you're intimidated by doing that or you want to get into sewing hoodies, the Rudy hoodie by Seamwork Magazine is a great place to start. So on that same kind of wavelength, they have a Seamwork Magazine as a matching pair of pants. They're the Mel Joggers, and oh my god, I'm so in love with this pattern. I've sewed 5 pairs of these. I ended up selling one to this girl who was like, oh my god, I need those. So that was cool. So I remade that pair in this fabric, which I have right there, and I'll show you. I have them in this fabric, which is like this burnout French terry. It's very thin. I've sewed all of these sweatpants, actually all the Rudy and the Mel patterns, out of like a very light French terry. I get that fabric from an Etsy shop called LA Knits. That's my secret. That's my secret favorite fabric shop. So I finished these last night. And then here are the pair that match the hoodie I'm wearing. Super cute, right? So it's obviously got the elastic waist, elasticize, the elastic waistband with the drawstring. So you'll get a little familiar with like setting in eyelets and doing a drawstring. And then they also have these really nice roomy pockets, and I really like that. But they're just a good high-rise sweatpant. I sew a size 6, and I'm so happy with this pattern. I also mentioned there's a cuff at the bottom. So even though these may look hard, I promise you it's a great place to start for sewing joggers. So again, those are the Mel Joggers by Seamwork Magazine, which is number 2. All right, so numero uno. Are y'all ready? I'm not sure if I'm ready. I am ready. So this is kind of a random one. It's from an Etsy shop called SewingPatternsPDF. Simple, it works, I like it. And they're called the Glenn sweatpants. These sweatpants are called Glenn, Glenn, not sure why. So unfortunately, I got cut off yesterday while I was talking about the final pattern in this video, so I thought I would just put them on and show you. So what I like about these pants, love the rise. I will make them in a bit of a smaller size next time because I do have to pull the drawstring pretty tight to get them to fit how I want, and I wear these all the time, so they're not like fresh out of the laundry or anything, so excuse me if they are a bit disheveled. But yeah, I love the rise, I love the simplicity, I love the cuff at the bottom. This is 1.5 inch elastic, I want to say. But my very favorite feature of this pattern is something super simple, but so cool. It's this sideways kind of angled seam here, and I just feel like this makes the pants, I just really like them, and you don't have to use the same fabric for this little part right here. So I would highly, highly, highly suggest that you buy this pattern. Again, they're the Glen sweatpants. Not sure why they're called Glen, but great tutorial, excellent sewing pattern. So that's my #1 favorite. So I have on a pair of the Mel joggers right now. You can kind of see they're a slimmer fit, and they have the elasticized waistband. It's 2-inch waistband elastic with the pockets in the front, and then the high rise. This is like my favorite kind of rise for a pant. I tend to go for a higher cut waist because I think it makes the leg look longer and the torso look shorter, and who doesn't want super long legs? Anyway, love the waistband, love the pockets, and I also really like this little band at the bottom because you can wear them like this. Cool, that's chill. You can wear one down, one up. That's chill too. So here is the other pair that I have right now. I've sewn 5 pairs of these total, and it looks really pretty in this fabric. I love this fabric very much. It's a lightweight French terry, but you can see what it looks like with the drawstrings. On that note, here's the matching hoodie. And none of these patterns use that much fabric. If you can get yourself to a place where you know you have all the necessary things, so like a sewing machine, serger, thread, you don't have to go out and buy those basics. All you need is fabric, and I believe that that French terry was like $7 a yard, so that's a very good price. So it's economical for me as well. All right, this outfit is gonna be atrocious, but bear with me. I left the pair of pants that matches this sweater at my friend's house. So this is what the Rudy hoodie looks like on. I did not do a drawstring in the hood. I just didn't feel it was necessary because I'm not gonna like tighten it up. You know what I mean? I'm in love with the sleeves. And I normally would not go for something that had like an elasticized hem just because I have not typically liked that kind of style, but this pattern hits at a really good spot for me, and it just kind of folds over the joggers perfectly. So this is such a great set. I cannot recommend it enough. These are 2 patterns that I will sew forever. I have friends that see, you know, what I've made out of the Rudy and the Mel patterns, and they're like, I want one. So it's kind of like the gift I've been giving people for their birthday as well. Now you know 5 of my secrets. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.